Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Myself CodeTav and welcome to channel CodeTav Management. So in previous we have discussed about the bean scopes and today we're going to learn about the Spring Bean Lifecycle. So that is one of the most important concepts in Spring Boot. So if you are already watched my previous video, the bean scopes, then this is the perfect next step. Okay, and if you have not watched, so go to the channel and just from this playlist just see the previous video. Okay, so what we will learn from this lecture? So today we will mainly understand like how a bin is created, then how it gets initialized, and how it gets destroyed. Okay, so along with some code snippets I will explain this. So mainly, what is the Spring Bean life cycle? So in simple terms, we can say like it's the complete journey of the Spring Bean from creation, initialization until destruction. So Spring basically manages this entire life cycle for us automatically. We need not to do anything, right? So this is the life cycle flow. So let's understand the full life cycle using this flow. So initially the bean is created, then next inject dependencies. So dependencies are getting injected. After that, bean is initialized. Next, the bean is ready to use. And after the usage of the bean, finally it is destroyed. So it is the overall flow. Create, inject, init, use, and destroy. Right? So let's see what is going here. So this is the post construct. So now let's look into the initialization. So we use the annotation post construct. So this method runs after dependency injection is completed, but before the bean is used. Okay. So again, I am telling you. So we use the annotation post construct, and inside that, whatever method you will use, so that method basically runs after the dependency injection is completed and before the bean is used. That's the purpose of the post construct. So as you can see in this code, like we have a simple component class and inside it a method annotated this post construct, right? So this method will automatically run once the bin is fully initialized. So inside that, what you can do inside that post construct, that is basically the ideal place for initialization logic, then the database connections, then your cache loading, those things you can do here. Clear? So this method basically runs after the dependency injection is completed, but before the bin is used. That's the main point actually. Okay, now going to the pre-destroy part. So this method runs just before the bin is destroyed. The previous one was the just before the bin is created. Sorry, bin is used, and here just before the bin is destroyed. That's the pre-destroy method, like annotation. So in this example, the destroy method will be called when the application shuts down or bin is removed from the container. Okay, and we mainly use because of closing the resources and cleaning up the connections. Whatever JD basic we have made, like Java database connectivity we have done, whatever cache connections we have made, then through this we will close all those. Okay, great. So now going to the full life cycle flow. So now let's combine everything into one complete flow. So first the constructor is called, then the Spring performs the dependency injection. After that, post construct runs, and now the bean is ready to use. So that's why I have told you, like before the bean is being used, we have to use this post construct, and there you can initialize all those connections. And after that bean is ready, and then here we are going to use the bean instances, okay, in our programs. Whatever we need to do at that point of time, we are doing that one. And after that, finally, we are doing using the pre-destroy, and this pre-destroy runs before destruction. Okay, now I am going to discuss about one very important interview question, like what is the difference between the constructor and the post construct. So constructor basically runs when the object is created. Here, when object is created, at that point of time, it basically runs. And post construct, that basically runs after the dependencies are injected. After the dependencies are injected, like the dependency injection done, and before the use of bin, at that point of time, the post construct will be used. Okay. So one more thing, if you want to compare with the real scenario, then I can say this constructor is a machine. When a machine is built, so at that point of time, we can use the constructor. Like suppose you are building a car. Okay, so for the car creation, whatever components will require, like some wheels, then some another steering, some another battery, like that. Okay, those things will be used, right? So constructor phase is the that phase. So at that point of time, we use the constructor. What's the dependency injections? Like this is the machine, and for machine, like constructor basically, right? That is the method. So suppose any method, and so that method is basically your machine. And here, whatever I have told you, this battery, that steering, those things, like the every parts. So that parts we include in this constructor. So then that constructor will become as the parameterized constructor, right? So whatever params we are passing, that's are getting injected. That dependencies are getting injected. So those I can say like parts which we are adding here, those are the dependency injection, right? After that, this part is done, this whole part is done, means our machine is configured. So in that point of time, we can use this post construct. So here our machine configured. Okay. And after machine is configured, what we will do? We will run the machine. We will use the machine. Okay. So after bin creation, we will use the bin in our programs. So here what is being done? So here bin is using means machine is running, right? And after that we are switching off our car or any machine or switching off our computer. So that point of time we will use this pre-destroy annotation. So machine is shut down. So in that way we can like compare with our real life scenarios. Okay, like constructor, dependency injection, then post construct, then bin ready, then pre-test run in the same way. So that's the complete bin lifecycle in this Spring Boot. So we have already this like explained to you like the creation of the bean, dependency injection, initialization, usage, and restrictions. So I think you have understood this. So you have mastered a core Spring concept. So if you found this helpful, then like the video, share it, and subscribe for more Java and Spring Boot concepts. Okay. So in the next lecture, I will discuss about the dependency injection in depth. Okay. So thanks everyone. Bye.